And so, like I was saying, these billboards are just really an issue for me, and it really shines a light on why organizations like the Chicago Abortion Fund need to be around. I mean, we do community outreach. We're trying to educate and inform young women like ourselves and get the message out to the community um, about reproductive rights and reproductive justice. A lot of women, they don't know their rights. They don't know that they're entitled to access to birth control information. They don't even know where to get it from. And it's like I always said in the African American community, abortion is not a highly talked about subject. Um, Sex is not a highly talked about subject. I tell anyone any day the conversation in my house about sex was don't do it. If you do it, you're going to get pregnant, and that's just it. Just don't do it. And to me, I felt like, okay, you're telling me don't do it, but you're not really telling me why. You're telling me, okay, I'm going to get pregnant. Okay, that's it. And getting pregnant, as we know, is not the worst thing that you can get from having sex. There's STDs and diseases and all kind of other things that need to be talked about. And so that's one of our missions at the Chicago Abortion Fund. We educate and we inform the community about their reproductive rights. We go around and we have forums on STD training, birth control, what is reproductive justice, the Hyde Amendment, and just inform these people of information that everyone should know, every woman should know. Looks like we have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, and great show. Do you think that it takes somebody having an experience, or at least knowing somebody who's had an experience regarding abortion, to understand what it really is like for people to go through? I'm just saying this in regards to some of those billboards. I don't know if everybody really understands the reality of some of these things.
Thank you for calling. I would definitely say that you do understand more if you have had an abortion, or if you know someone who has had an abortion, because you get to see firsthand what they're going through, the process. And abortion is not an easy choice for any woman to make. I know it was not an easy choice for me to make, but it was something that I felt like I needed to do at that point in time in my life that would benefit me in the best way possible. Because at the end of the day, whether I choose to come to terms with my pregnancy or I choose to terminate my pregnancy, I'm the one that's left affected at the end of the day. And I think that these billboards are just adding to the shame and the guilt of women that have had abortions, and the stigma that abortion is a taboo. Abortion is a legal procedure. I mean, if it's such a taboo, why is it legal? And women are going to get this procedure whether it's legal or illegal. And that has been shown throughout history, that women will do what they need to do to get this procedure because they feel like it's needed, and some women, the choice is hard, and getting access to the procedure is still hard because, as I said, it's high cost. It can range anywhere from $400 to $1,200, and for some women that's choosing between paying rent and getting the procedure. Looks like we have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this is Lee Giles.
Hello? I'm sorry, we didn't get your call. You can call back and we'll answer. And so, like I was saying, for some women, it can be, choosing between paying rent and choosing between getting the procedure. And who wants to go through this? I don't think that any woman that has had an abortion will say that that was something that they planned on having, that they knew they were going to have, that they knew they were going to go through that situation one day in life, because I had already had a child and I just knew that I was just through, that it just wouldn't happen to me. I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, I guess I'll get pregnant and I'll go get an abortion. No, that's not what happens. It's a careful thought put into that. It's a thought process, and then it's a process. I mean, women already have to deal with when they go to these clinics, people standing out there and showing them pictures of, bloody babies and calling them baby killers and, all of that. And then you're going to put these billboards up and you're basically making minority people the poster children for anti-abortion. And I would like to say that I don't want to be a poster person for anti-abortion, because I'm pro-choice and I'm proud to be pro-choice. And it's like I say, it's not about whether, abortion is wrong or it's right. It's about that woman, and it's about her being able to make that decision for herself without it being manipulated, because at the end of the day, like I said, she is the only one that's going to have to deal with the consequences that come behind that decision. And I learned that when I had my daughter. It was people there saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that. We'll support you. We'll help you. And my famous quote is, where are these people when I need a babysitter? When I have to go to work? When I want to go out? When I have something important I have to do? These people are not there. I'm the one that has to be there. So, at the end of the day, my choice and my decision and my opinion is the only one that matters in this matter. And that's just how it is. And, our decisions should not be manipulated by the government. It should not be manipulated by organizations such as Life Always. It should not be manipulated by your mom, your dad, whoever. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to deal with what comes behind it. And so, these billboards, I just hope that they stop. And then one thing I want to say is that no one has gotten in the spotlight and took a stance on, whether it's right or wrong. In New York, they had their billboard up and it was down within a couple of days or maybe within a week. And I just want to urge people that go by and see that billboard up there, that they just call their aldermen and call their state officials and let them know that you don't appreciate seeing that garbage up on your streets, because that's what it is. At least to me, it is. It's garbage. And I feel like it should be taken down, and I feel like that it's just spreading ignorance, because it says every 21 minutes our next leader is being aborted. Well, every 21 minutes the next drug dealer is being aborted too. The next crooked cop is being aborted too. But that is that woman's choice whether they want to bring something into the world or they don't. At the end of the day, it's their choice. And I urge people to just call their aldermen and call their state officials and let them know how they feel. And if you need any information, you want to find out who your alderman is or anything like that, you can give us a call at 312-663-0338, or you can email us at chicagoabortionfund.com. Again, it's 312-663-0338. And the website address is chicagoabortionfund.com.